Today is the day, FlowChat Connector. Welcome to another FlowChat sales training episode. This one's going to be a little bit different. If you've ever wanted someone that has a software that prospects for you with you to see it in real life, like today is your day. Why? Because I'm going to be prospecting live for the next 25 minutes to show you how easy it is to use our software. Stay tuned. What's up, FlowChat Connector? Sean back at you here with another high ticket tune-up. This one's going to be a little bit special. There's been lots and lots of people. Several people have been begging me for a walkthrough of using FlowChat. So today, join me as I prospect live on Twitter. Now, first and foremost, you got to understand FlowChat is a tool that you can prospect on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Discord, on Telegram, on Slack. So it is a universal tool that works on all the different socials. You're going to get to see that today. I'm specifically focused on Twitter. Now, our team has optimized our Facebook FlowChat usage, right? So we're dialed in on FlowChat. We're dialed in on Instagram. We're crushing on both of those platforms. We made the decision because we used to run on LinkedIn, and what we did on LinkedIn was really interesting because we would actually use FlowChat to drive 500 registrants a week to our live events. And so every week we would do a live thing where Chris and I would get on and we would discuss FlowChat and use cases for individual businesses. And so LinkedIn, we've crushed it with the registration to a group event. And then after we finished optimizing Twitter, we're going to move over to LinkedIn. So today, what I'm going to do is walk through a new flow. And this is something, let's see. Hello from Waterford, Michigan. Yeah, Michigan, what's up? Don't forget, make sure and share this out to somebody that might need it and learn a little bit more about prospecting. Also, smash that like button if this is valuable for you and subscribe on the YouTube channel. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and I'm going to dive right in and we're going to get started. So here we go. Make myself real small. You can see my full screen. Here we are in FlowChat. So this is FlowChat, right? So this is the actual, what we call the pipeline view of FlowChat. Now, pipeline view, you've probably seen one, something similar to this, maybe on Trello or Pipedrive, or there's a lot of different softwares out there that have Kanban style boards like this, but there's nothing close to what FlowChat is and does. Okay. So first and foremost, what are we looking at here? Well, this pipeline, this is called a pipeline, and this pipeline is specifically for Twitter, and we're just booking calls from Twitter. So that's what we're doing here on this particular pipeline. You can see over here, if I click, I've got all these different pipelines that are running for our company, right? And each one of them is just cranking. We have team and system around every single thing you could imagine, from growing summits, doing challenges, if you want to grow a YouTube channel, whatever. We can build a pipeline to really do anything you want. And how it works is the objective here is to drag these cards from left to right in a Kanban style fashion, just like that. And we go all the way from left to right. And each one of these stages, these predefined stages here, they all have a different message. And so the message, I actually wrote it on a Google Doc before. So here, if I go, if you hover over any one of these little question mark bubbles, here's what you can see. It tells you exactly what to do. So you left click on the Twitter icon, which would be that icon there. We verify a yes answer to these questions. Here's our pre-qualifier questions. And then if no to any of these, we just mark the card as not qualified by clicking here and saying not qualified. We would just choose that there. And then that would go away and we move on to the next card. When yes, we just move to the pre-qualified stage. So that is the first stage. And you can see here, even down at the bottom, I've got this entire copy here. So if I actually highlight this and I Command C that, and I'll go put it over here so you can see what I'm looking at. This was the document that I actually wrote with all the copies. So you see it says T28, same exact pipeline. I just wrote it on a document. It's very simple. And we can see here that I went through and I actually wrote all the copy on a document. Very simple. The orange things are the headers or the stage names. So if we go back here, you can see, I just click off of this, each one of these stage names, and then you have a message that's assigned. So here's how it works. First and foremost, we need to put some people in here. So what are we going to do? We're going to go search Twitter, and there's a couple of places that I'm going to go. So yesterday I was playing on Twitter. I found some places. So I'm actually just going to show you one quick thing. So in this card for George 10, what I did is I put some notes. This guy, Josh Cousins, has a really, really good list of followers that should be using FlowChat. So I grabbed his actual following link. So I'm just going to copy that. Now I'll show you how this works. So all you got to do is go over to Twitter. Okay, now you've seen where the words are. I'm going to make that go away. So now we're on Twitter, and you can see I've jumped right into Josh Cousins' following list, right? So we could click on following, we could click on followers. It doesn't really matter, right? In this case, I'll try followers so you can see the difference. So yesterday I grabbed from the following list, and you can do anybody, right? So like if we go back here, check this out. If I click on Patrick, I think it'll say something, people who follow Dean Graziosi. So there you go. So like there's just, and this guy, he's a salesman, multi-meal. Okay, so you can see what he is and what he does, right? Which is cool. It also tracks, FlowChat tracks everywhere where everybody's gone. And of course, what's cool is you can enter all of these links. And what's unique about FlowChat is if you just click that button, it takes you right into the messenger or this guy's particular profile. So I'll show you that in a second. But here we are on Josh Cousins' followers list. What we're going to do is we're going to import about 100 of these. So whenever you're importing new stuff into FlowChat, when you're testing something, like I'm testing a new flow, I never import more than about maybe 200 to 500 opportunities because I want to test the source of where I'm getting the opportunity. So in this case, I'm going to go and just use our extension. So just open our extension here, and I'm going to match the platform. You can see I got Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I can click on all these and it changes. Twitter, there's the one I want. I guess you got Telegram, Discord, and Slack. They're all here. But we're going to go back to Twitter, and then we're going to match. In this case, we're doing followers. So I click on followers, and I just enable my interface button. You can see that blue button right up here appears. And then guess what? I can hit this start button, and it's going to start automatically scrolling. And you see this number is just climbing, climbing, climbing. Look, Mom, no hands. Look at my hands. Look at my hands. I'm not doing anything, right? So now I've copied 112 profiles. Let's stop. Okay, so I've got 123 more profiles. So all I can do here is now I just click off this, and all I have to do, guys, is go boom, click that. They've been copied to my clipboard. And then I come back over here, and I just import the same thing. Twitter, followers. Watch how easy this is. It takes me to this screen right here, and all I have to do is right click and I paste, and look, all those followers on Twitter are now sitting here ready to be imported right into the tool just that quickly. I don't need ads anymore. I don't need any other sources. And what I'm going to do here is, again, this is going to be, I date it. So today is the 16th, and this is going to be Josh Cousins following. In fact, you know what? Maybe I don't like his following list. Maybe I wanted his followers list. So I could go back here, could hit OK, and I could switch over to following, and I could grab the people who he's following, which sometimes is a better case. But in this case, this one is going to be his followers. Okay, Josh Cousins followers, right? And then I'm going to actually leave this link here. So you don't have to do this. But again, I like to be a little specific. And again, this is going to be 125 test import. So you can see, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add these leads right to the pipeline that I'm using. So that's the T28 pipeline. So I can type in like lead in, here we go. So we'll scroll down to the bottom. Here we go, T28. This is the pipeline I'm running. So I'm just going to click that one. I'm going to drop them right in there. Very simple. And then I just add the deal amount. In this case, I'm going to put 1997. So each card value is going to be 1997. And in this case, I've got the green, which is the followers. I'm going to make these ones blue so you can see the difference here. And then I just hit start. And it takes a second to import, specifically on Twitter, but usually on Facebook, this is less than just 5 seconds or 6 seconds. So it actually takes a minute here. So we're just going to kind of chill out. By the way, I'm going to check the comments just as this is happening. Drop some comments here. I would love to know. Somebody says gold. Actually, hold on. Let me put this off for a second. All right. So we got hello from Waterford, Michigan. By the way, drop some comments here. This is gold. All right, good. I'm glad this is helping you guys. We're going to go back into it. Just want to make sure that it is important. Now, it takes a little bit of time just on that import there. Give me 2 seconds here. This is a little bit different. I'd love to hear some feedback and some comments here while we're doing this. If you have any suggestions. So what's interesting about Twitter, it does take a little bit longer than the other platforms to import. And the reason for that is it grabs a little bit more information from each one of those profiles. But we'll go back and we'll just kind of wait here. I think it took about 2 or 3 minutes to import this whole list here, as you can see. So as this thing is going, maybe what we could do is come over to, we'll just actually wait here. See here, don't want to mess it up. See if there's any other questions that popped up. One sec here. Okay, we got a quick question that says, how is this legal? Well, because FlowChat is the only software that is actually compliant across all of the platforms. We don't use any API stuff. We don't use, and that's what's totally separate about FlowChat is we have our own standalone app, but we also have our own extension. The extension goes into the platform and everything else. But for FlowChat itself, we're never connecting through the API. So the algorithm, the platforms can never see what you're doing on the back end, which is fantastic. Another question came up. Do you provide the SOP templates you use in FlowChat? Fantastic question. And yes, we do. We have a lot of different SOPs, which I can actually show you here as soon as this thing finishes up with the import. I don't know what's happening there. That's crazy. Give me just a second here. So yeah, inside of FlowChat, and here's what I'll do is I'll show you. Let me just pull up another window here, and we can go through some of the other features while that is importing. Oh, my computer died on me, of course. Give me just a second here. All right. Really? One day oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So check it out. It actually happened. So let's go back in here. I'm going to add this thing and check it out. So it says, look, add leads to pipeline. Operation completed. 103 leads have been added to the pipeline. Now, you remember when I imported from over here, I imported about 125. So in this case, it says 103. What's the difference? Why did that happen? Well, our system is intelligent and kicks out duplicates. So if you import the same people more than once, is going to kick them out. So you won't ever have a duplicate problem, which is awesome. Then I just hit OK. And now we're going to drive back right over to the pipeline. We got this T28 pipeline here. You can see I'll click on this one. And this is going to take us back into the pipeline. And what you're going to see now is, look, this went from, we've got blue cards and we've got green cards. You remember it was just green cards when I started. And now I've got all these cards. And look, I actually put in, there's over $500,000 of opportunity that are sitting here. Now, to answer the question that came out, do we have stage SOPs? Do we provide them? Yes. So on a lot of our pipelines, we actually do. So you can see here, it's very simple. So if I scroll in, if I zoom in, and like when I'm ready to send this message and there's a card sitting here in the stage, all I do is I follow this. Left click the Twitter icon. If no reply, click direct message icon, paste the message, and then move the card. When reply is received, you right click and then you left click, which I'll walk you through as we go. But we have those all the way through the whole pipeline, and let's get started. So what have we done now? So now we've imported all these blue cards, which is fantastic. We're going to test a couple of those. The first thing I need to do, my first category, is I need to pre-qualify some of these people because we don't know whether or not they're the right people or not. So I'm going to look over here, left click Twitter icon, verify yes answer. Did the person have a following the title? So they got to have one of these titles here. Has this person actively posted on Twitter? Has this person more than 100 tweets? Does this person have more than 150 followers? Do they sell B2B? And do they live in an English-speaking country? So those are my questions, and I'm just going to go verify these. Now, this should take less than 30 seconds. Again, all I do is I left click. It goes right into this guy's profile. Okay, so he's got less than 150 tweets. He's not a fit. So that's what I do. I go back here, and I just move this guy to not qualified. Boom, and he's gone. Then I go to the next one, Pablo. Right? I'm going to check out Pablo. 0 tweets. Again, not a good fit. So this is one of the reasons why I stay away from followers lists. I do like following lists because typically people that are following other people are usually active on the platform. So the green cards are all followers. We'll check this one here. Let's see. 15,000 tweets. He's definitely in there. Okay, but he doesn't live in an English-speaking country, so in this case, he is disqualified as well. And this is the mundane work that we got to do in order to weed through some of these pre-prospects because we don't even want to engage with these people. A music director and producer. He's got more than enough followers. He's got almost 150 tweets, so he's not quite there in this case. You can make the call and drag him over and drop him if he's pre-qualified. But in this case, he's not qualified. Whoops. So I'll just go not qualified. And then I'm going to go to Big Data. Let's check out Big Data's profile. King Big Data here. Okay. Born African. Okay. So he is not qualified either. And so this is where we get to, everybody talks about lead quality all the time, right? Let's go to, let's look at Imran here. Okay, wow, 8,800. Okay, so personal brand on LinkedIn, sign up for my free newsletter. Branded chief, building personal brands. That means he sells B2B, but he lives in Islamabad, which is not an American speaking country. But we can see here that he actually has posted in English. And so in this case, he could be a rare exception, but if you have a system that's running, he's not a fit. In this case, let's just let him go through. Boom. So now you can see that there's a blue card that's been moved over here. Now, what am I doing? First thing you notice is that there's this follow-up date here, right? So you can click here on Imran's card, and we could change the date. If we made it yesterday, what happens? That goes to overdue. If we make it today, it says today, right? If we make it one day in the future, we make it one day in the future. And the objective here is this is a system. Think of this as a one-way street. And so that each one of these cards is just going from left to right. I guess it'd be that way in your screen. And here we go. So now I know Imran, for example, is pre-qualified. What am I doing? Well, I hover over here and I look at stage 2. It says right-click the Twitter icon, left-click one of the 5 versions of our engagement message, click the follow button, like or react to 3 different posts, comment on 2 different posts, and then let's see, scroll to the most recent tweet made, and then click paste send of that message template. Okay, so let's walk this one through so you can see. Now, this is probably the most complicated stage of the whole pipeline. So if you get this one right, you're dialed in. So what we're doing is we're right-clicking. When we right-click, it brings up all the different templates that we can use. And you see I've got version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5. Let's use version 5. So if I just left-click, that is now copied to my clipboard. And here I am in Imran's page, and now I'm going to do the 3, 2, 1 engagement move. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to like, boom, 1, 2, 3. That's it, right? And now I'm going to go down even further, and I'm going to make 2 random comments. So here I go. Great post. Right, that's it. Boom, just like that. There's one that I've made, and I'm going to come down here. And let's see. So you hang out, what you talk about, what you do, don't build, builds authority. This is a true statement. And these ones are just generic engagers. Why am I doing this? Well, because what happens is when you do that, it blows up their notifications and they see that you're engaging with their stuff. That's what the algorithm's like. And now we've done the 3 likes, we've done 2 random comments, and then now we're going to go back here. Watch this. I click here. And all I do is I right click and I paste. I like the direction you're going with your account. Glad to reach out to another mover and shaker. Let's chat. Just sent a follow. Boom. Reply. I've sent that as my message and I hit follow. And then all I do is I go back. I can close these things up here. Go back over here. Close out of here, and I have just now engaged with Imran. Now you see I've moved him along, so now I'm never going to lose him. This is the other beautiful thing about FlowChat is most people are relying on the unread messages threads inside of the social platforms. Those are shaky. It's like relying on quicksand. You never know what you're going to get. This way with FlowChat, we know exactly what we're going to get. Now, we see that this guy's profile here is, 8/17 for the next, follow-up date in the future. However, these ones are for today. So the objective here is what we teach our team. Now, I don't run this all the time. We actually have virtual assistants that run this for us. And their objective is you got to import, about 100 or so every day. And then you have to pre-qualify 25 leads, just like I did with Imran. So you saw that process. And now I've engaged with all these other people. So I've already pre-engaged with these people. And now we're just going to go through and check and see if they've followed us back, because the next step here is confirmed following accepted. Right? So we'll look here, left click Twitter icon, verify the prospect is following you back, then just move the card stage 4. If not following back, like 1 or 2 more of their tweets and drop 1 more comment and change the follow-up card date for 2 days in the future. Okay, so very simple, right? So there we go. Let's go down and I'm actually going to click here on this one. So we're going to left click and see if they have followed us back. Now we can tell really quickly. It says we're following, but they are not following us back here, because if they were, there would be another little icon here that has a message. So in this case, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to find, let's see, 10 hours ago. Let's see, excited for this event. Follow me back? Question mark. Okay. So there I've made 1 comment there, and then maybe I'll just go like 1 or 2 more posts, and boom, now I'm back in this person's messages. And so all I'm going to do is come back here, and I'm going to take this today, and I'm going to move it to 2 days in the future. So I'm going to go to the 18th, and then I'll come back and I'll check this card on the 18th. And I'm going to go to the next one. Patrick Psalm. Let's go see if he followed me back. And this is going to be the same process that we do. So again, he hasn't followed us back here. And so in this case, we're going to come back here 5 hours ago. True statement. Would love to connect in messages, right? So, and then this way, now they're going to see that post, and this person is going to be like, whoa, this guy's actually really responding. And the objective here in the first couple of stages of this flow is for you to simply get engagement. That's all we're trying to do, right? And so we're going to go look at John Knotts. Let's look at his card. And again, he still hasn't followed me back because I don't have a message there. And it might take some time to do this, guys. I just started this yesterday. So I'm going to see again 4 hours ago. So very relevant. Do the leaders around you live up to these 4 roles? Okay, so what are the 4 roles? Let's go look on his LinkedIn. And very quickly you can determine, okay, are you behaving like one? Yes. Leaders promote accountability, cultivate culture, share vision, develop people. Are you a leader? Yes. So I love that post. Cultivating culture is my favorite part. Yes. I love the cultivating culture part. Follow, and you don't have to usually put this back, follow me back. I'm just testing. I want to see what people do if you ask them directly, if you do something like that. So again, I sent the following to this guy, and then I'm just, oops, sorry, come back over here, and then I'll just change this date to 2 days in the future. We'll go to the next one. Thomas, the game of life. Let's see if Thomas replied to us. Here we go. Still hasn't responded to us here. So in this case, let's see. Did he make a recent post? Okay, that's his pinned one 6 minutes ago. Thank you for reading this thread. If you enjoyed RT opening weekend, it was appreciated. You can DM me if you simply just want to play the game. God bless you all. 8 reasons why. So I like this one better. So I'll just like this one and drop another comment here. I love chess. Now, let's chat in DMs. Need you to follow me back. Bam. All right, so there we go. So that now I've actually messaged him, and I'm just going to change this one to 2 days in the future and move on to Gaurav, and let's see if Gaurav has actually friended me. Because what's really unique here is when somebody has actually followed you and we've started in the message. Now, this guy, he's massive. He's the chief growth officer of ClickUp. ClickUp is a massive, massive business. So the likelihood of him following me back, maybe, you never know, right? That's why we're testing this. And he's retweet. If you like this thread, please not it would mean a lot to me. Okay, cool. This is great. I read this one yesterday. And then I'll just come back over here and I will then move this guy to 2 days in the future. And then we'll go to the next one, Lewis Morgan. Let's see. Okay, so Lewis Morgan has also not followed me when I requested him yesterday. So we're going to come down here and we're going to see if you think the price of winning is too high, wait until you get the bill from regret. Tim Grover. This is an awesome quote. I love Tim Grover. Relentless is my fave book he wrote. Follow me back. And again, it's just for engagement purposes only. That's why I'm doing these messages here. And then I will go ahead and move this in 2 days in the future. Now, you can see how this is very systematic. Oops, sorry about that. Don't know what happened there. See how this is very systematic, and it's almost like most people don't prospect because I believe they get bored, right? They get bored from prospecting. You can see here now I've done all these follow-ups, and we'll go do a few more. Let's look at Dickie Bush. So we'll click here on Twitter. We'll see if Dickie has nope, he also has not followed me back. So we'll go back through. And 1 hour ago, why do I practice attention management over time management? 6 things to do. Use cold turkey app blocker, turn off notifications. Okay, checking inboxes 2 times a day. Love this. Checking inboxes 2x per day is a change of life. Now, you don't always have to have, I'm testing Twitter. I've never worked on Twitter before. So in this case, that's why I don't know the engagement rates. I'm just learning them. So it's something that I'm doing new. I'm going to continue doing this for you guys so you can see how this works. Email list manager again. Oh, look, he's followed me back. Ta-da. Okay, perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back over here, and all we have to do is drag this guy over here. Boom. Okay, perfect. Now we're making some progress. So Ciaron here has followed me back, and I've now moved him right into this column. What do I do next? Left click Twitter icon, click direct message icon, paste and send the icebreaker template, move card to stage 05. Okay, so very simply, I just left click here, and now I'm going to come down and start a new message, right click, paste. Boom. Sweet, Sharon, appreciate the follow. I'm a lover of anyone that focuses on growing business using social. What has made the biggest difference for you in terms of growth and the organic method of growing your business? Bam. And now I've just sent that message off to Sirion, and I just close this thing and I drop them over here. My icebreaker has sent, and you can see this now. I'm waiting for another day, and then I'm going to take the next step, which would be, what are my choices? Well, I've sent my first message. In this case, he can do nothing. So in 48 hours from today, when this says today, I'm going to look at this thing and it's going to say left click. If no reply, click on the direct message icon, paste and send the 48-hour follow-up message, and then move card to stage 6. When reply is received, right click the Twitter icon, left click info gather 1, and then click on the direct message icon, paste and send, move to stage 8. So those are my options. So I can either move, I can left click, paste that message and move here if he's done nothing, or I could right click and I could grab the other template, which is this one. Then I would left click that one. That one's copied to my clipboard. I'd paste and send that message, and then I'd move the card over here. And the objective, guys, is very simple. The objective is just to move the cards from left to right all the way through, no matter how long it takes. Like, this is the system, right? And you'll start to see data and reporting. And that's where people are like, oh my God, this is crazy. Well, we have some ridiculous reporting. So if I click stats here, check this out. It'll show me T28. Here's my pipeline. And I can see exactly, if I zoom in down here, I can see my totals. So what am I looking for? So we can see here, I've imported 290 people. 29 of those 290 so far have been pre-qualified. I've sent 12 of them the 321 engagement messages. One of the 12, 8% right now, based on my statistics, are saying yes to my, confirm the following. This is where you're going to determine how good the quality of your, people following you back is. And then, of course, we would just move on and send the icebreaker. And you can start to see how this thing over time will build, right? And this is a daily thing. So prospecting is always a daily activity. And so that's what's really, really unique about this. This is the only organic tool that, check this out, when we get all the way over here, says call booked, right? So 18 touches to get a call booked. Now, statistics prove that 13 touch points, you will close 80% of your deals. This is why we have a call booking way over here. Now, when the call is booked, if I click here and I edit the stage, what you'll find is that I've actually tracked this one to call bookings. So like your paid ads in Facebook or wherever you're doing paid media, this is the only organic system in the world that I'm aware of right now, because I've looked and we've bought all the other ones to see what they all do, that actually tracks an organic system to a booked call. It tracks an organic play or organic method all the way to a purchase deal. And so we have some very, very robust reporting. You can see how easy this works. And I'm going to stop there for today. I'm going to be doing more of this. If this was valuable for you, please let me know. But you can see how simple and how easy it is to actually win with the system. Let's see here. Does the pipeline track attrition rates at each stage? Yeah, so I just went through that to improve the messaging. Absolutely, it does. Book a call, by the way. I forgot to put this banner. If this is valuable to you, just hit call.flowchat.com/one-on-one and book yourself a call with our team right now, because that's going to be, oops, what happened there? There we go. Okay, cool. Next question was, your system process is amazing and the simplicity of use is encouraging to learn more. Fantastic. Please book a call with our team. We want to show you how it can be used in your business. We've done this at any level, very big. This one. Will training be provided for later review? I have another call to join at the moment. Yes, I'm going to keep doing this. And then sweet, right? So you guys, this is what it's about. I hope this was valuable for you today. Again, please book a call with us. You'll find it in the link. And if not, I can't wait to see you next time. I'm just going to keep doing this. You're going to run this play with me on Twitter. We're going to get this thing up and running. With that said, I love your faces, and you have just been tuned up.